Welcome to Cranky Live, the show where bold minds meet real talk. This isn't your average sports or news show. It's where we break down sports, culture, and controversy with facts, fire, and fearless honesty. Here, truth cuts through the noise, and hype gets exposed. From football to track and field, from world issues to local debates, we ask the tough questions, speak without fear, and go deeper than the headlines. We don't follow the crowd, we set the trend. While others recycle the same tired takes, we bring fresh insight, unfiltered analysis, and bold perspectives. No echo chambers, no puppet talk, just real conversation for people who think for themselves. Listen with your brain, not just your ears. Think critically, question boldly, and speak freely. This is Cranky Live, where reason rules the mic and truth always win. Come on, let's get into it. Good afternoon. We are back again for the first semifinal of the 2026 World Cup. It's been a long journey to get here. A number of teams, 48 in total, started this journey. Only 4 remaining. And you can imagine that all these teams who started out believe they had a chance. Well, most of them thought they had a chance to win. Obviously, that's probably not realistic. And I would believe that when we first started this tournament, given the seedings, the expectation would have been that these would be the teams that would end up where they are. And that's what it is. They're ranked 1 through 4. They're in the semifinal. Now, the journey has been interesting. If you look at these 4 teams, France's journey has been pretty smooth, actually. Real smooth. Real smooth. And they were the perennial favorite before the tournament. That has not changed. Spain, who's playing France today, haven't had such a smooth tournament. They struggled. Well, France didn't struggle against Paraguay. They won 1-0, but to me, the outcome was not in doubt. Spain struggled in the first game Cape Verde. I've come through with last-minute goals in the last couple of games. Against Belgium, they struggled. And but they're here. It doesn't matter how you got here, you're here. Now, if you look at the brackets, you can see the journey, right? France won over Morocco 2-0. And earlier they beat Paraguay 1-0, which is a very difficult game. Paraguay brought out the dark hearts. But what's up, Dr. Don? How you doing? Still lost. France, they beat Morocco. And now we're here with France against Spain. Spain got by Portugal 1-0. Close game. And then got by Belgium 2-1. You see, I'm very presumptuous. On the other side, we're here. And I won't talk about this a lot because I'll be doing tomorrow's game. But you see where Argentina got by Egypt, barely after being down 2-0 with 15 minutes left. Then got by Switzerland. We're down to 10 men. And a lot of people are complaining about Argentina, how they got here. The situation concerning Embola's red card, Messi not getting a red card early in the tournament, a lot of different stuff, conspiracy theory, but they're here. It doesn't matter. Then England, who haven't had a smooth ride actually. They got by Mexico 3-2 in the Azteca, difficult game. They got by DR Congo, barely, frankly. Took a great goal from Kane. And they got by Norway, controversy again with the ball hitting some line or wire, being pulled up by Billingham. But regardless of how you got here, and I see me have England here, going to the final, because I do believe they're going to beat Argentina tomorrow, but I'm being presumptuous. Today's game is what we should focus on is very difficult. Why? To me, you have the system against what I call individual ability and counter-attacking prowess, right? And let's go through the two teams, actually, and you see what I'm talking about, and we can discuss it. But if you look at the France team, same goalkeeper in Maignan, Luca Dean, Aston Villa, Upamecano, Koundé, and Saliba. That's the defense. And that defense has played throughout the entire tournament. That's been the starting defense. All right, throughout the entire tournament. Most of the tournament. Then Luca Dean sort of came in a little bit later. We have in the midfield, now the midfield has been interesting. We have Rabiot, who's been a constant, and Tchouameni, but we see Kone in the midfield a lot of times. So there's a rotation between Kone and Tchouameni. Not sure what the champ is thinking about, but we have that rotation. So they basically have two midfielders. And then they have the attacking prowess, the key to their team, which is four of the best attackers in football, in Dembele, Mbappé, Olise, and Barcola. When they started the tournament, they had Dembele playing in the 10, so playing behind Mbappé, and they switched it, put him back on his right-hand side, which is normally where he started at Dortmund and played at Barcelona. And they moved Olise, who plays on the right for Bayern Munich, in the 10 position, and it's worked brilliantly, given Olise's unselfishness and creativity. Now on the left, they've alternated between Barcola and Doué. Today it's Barcola. Last game it was Doué, the last two games, actually. And you have Mbappé, who's a traditional and naturally a left winger, playing the center forward spot, and it's been brilliant. And then they have a long bench. If you look at France's bench, it's ridiculous. And I think if you look at their bench, one of the players that stand out to me is Turkey, and he can't get a game, except maybe 10 minutes here and there, and he's probably one of the most creative players in football. Now, if you go to the Spain team, and I call it the system, because if you look at the Spain team, you won't think about a lot of players with individual brilliance, but they do so well as a team. So Pedro Porro plays for Tottenham, who were almost relegated twice in Premier League. Hasn't been brilliant for Tottenham. It's been good, but it's been very good for Spain. Laporte was at City, converted from being a French citizen to being Spanish, has played well with Kobarsi, who's very, very young and plays for Barcelona. And Cucurella, who is now at Real Madrid and was at Chelsea, has played really, really well active. So their defense has done well, but I'm saying it's against the system. And in the midfield, we have Fabian Ruiz, who started last game, Alex Baena, and Rodri. And we see Pedri, Ruiz, switch out, or Olmo. They have so many midfielders, and even Merino. So many good midfielders. I wouldn't say they're world class. They're very, very good. Rodri probably world class. He's won the Ballon d'Or. Pedri probably is world class, but he's not even starting in this. I guess it depends on what the coach believes that he should have. And by the way, let's go back to the goalkeeper. What I missed was Simon Raya, who's been probably one of the best goalkeepers in the world, can't get a game. Coach's choice in having Unai Simon as the goalkeeper. And up front, Dani Olmo is playing up front, which I find interesting, with Yamal and Oyarzabal, who has been playing really well on the left. So in the middle, they probably use Torres sometime. I think they struggle with who should be the center forward. So they basically have four midfielders and two forwards. To me, the keys to the game are this. For Spain, how well can they possess the ball? How well can they create chances? And do they take their chances? Because I do not believe that their forward line, apart from Yamal, is creative enough to break down the defense one-on-one. Maybe on the left and right back position, but Upamecano and Saliba are brilliant in the middle. And it's hard to go to the middle of the park. Good afternoon, Ted Dexter. How you doing? And then for France, how does Spain has to control the game to limit the touches of the four amigos, or the four Rolls Royce, or the four, maybe more Lamborghinis and Ferraris that they have up there. You have to limit their touches. And even then, when Spain attack, and they attack really well with their fullbacks, they overlap Cucurella and Porro quite a bit. If they lose the ball, how quickly the ball get upfield? And who's going to stop that front four, which is very dynamic? Paraguay showed you some idea about how to do it, but that's not how Spain plays. Paraguay dropped very deep. They played a very low block. They were physical, and they disrupted France's game. And they only got by when they brought Doué in and got a penalty. So it should be a really, really interesting game and contrasting styles. One team that wants to run and have a lot of flair. One want to play tiki-taka football. And the system. So the sum of the parts is much better than the individual talent. Bless up one reps there. Well, they're pleasing the Europeans, not the English. The English are tomorrow. They're pleasing the Europeans by having the game earlier so people can watch the game without going to bed. And it probably has, I'm not sure the age component of that works because this time it's tough for people in Asia, actually. When I used to go to Asia on business, it was always tough having meetings and the people who are on the side of the pond think they're the more preferential people. So they want to meet in the morning when you have to be up at night to ridiculous time. So it's kind of tough, actually. It's tough for people who are outside of the Americas to get the game at a good time. Even this is not perfect for the Americas because a lot of people are at work, right? People want to watch a game. And if you're going to have to work, it's very difficult to do so. Very, very difficult to do so. So it should be an interesting game. I'm looking forward to the game. As I say, it's contrasting styles. A lot of people are picking France to win. Spain is a very dangerous team because France only have 2 midfielders. So unless Olise is going to drop back more, that's going to make it difficult for them to control the game. And Spain actually press really well. It may not be apparent. They may not have the best athletes, but their press is very effective. Now, Yamal has not turned up in this World Cup. Literally has not turned up. And the question is today his day where he's going to turn up. So we'll see what happens. But he has not turned up in the World Cup. He has not produced the Yamal that we know. He's playing against Luka Dean today, so that should be interesting. Because to me, Luka Dean is good crossing the ball. He's a decent player, but he's not the best defender. And by the way, Luka Dean is getting a transfer back to France, where he's going to play for PSG. Going to be a backup to Mendes, actually. But Villa had a release clause of 10 million. Don't ask me. By the way, people, after this World Cup is done, I'm going to do a lot of transfer. I want to call it transfer daily. Transfer shows. Not just about Arsenal, but just about the Premier League in general. But I want to wait till it's over. I'm traveling, actually, so I'm not at home. So it's not the most convenient. So what are your scores prediction, people? What are your scores prediction? We're getting close to game time. We have 7 minutes before game time. What's your prediction? I see Dr. Dan says 2-1 to France. Sling Stone says France final answer. I am looking forward to the game, actually. It should be a really good game. Contrasting styles. Because look, I watched Ivory Coast beat France at their own game in a friendly, but they had almost the entire team. So they're beatable. But they have so much talent that at any point in time, they can create miracles. If they're all in sync, if they're all playing well. So they're playing Bartola today, I think because of the speed that they want to employ against Paro. And so instead of playing Doué, he was more skillful but not as quick. Probably the most skillful player. Doué could be the most skillful player in the France team. And that's saying a lot, given Dembele, given Mbappé, and given Olise, who are all brilliant. But Doué's skills are different level. Bless up Emerson. How are you doing, Emerson? How are things going in the UK? How's the weather in the UK? And Emerson, what do you think about England? You think they have a chance to win this, or they're struggling against Argentina? I will talk about the game tomorrow, but I am not feeling. I think the Argentina is just a regular side. I don't see Argentina being a great team. They've struggled against Egypt. They struggled against Switzerland. You know, Switzerland's a good team. They struggled against Cape Verde. They've struggled quite a bit, but they're winning. So, Safe says, so Safe, what is it about Spain why you're picking them? I'm curious about the rationale, given all the hoopla around France, the quality of their front line, the quality of their centre-back pairings. Midfield may be suspect, and the question, how does Rabiot and Tchouameni, and maybe they have Tchouameni there because he's played in Spain, played against a lot of some of these players, and therefore they believe he can add value in terms of how he plays. Bless up, Von, S777, how are you doing? Yeah, Warren website. It's tough to have the game at this point. If you're in Jamaica, it's 2 o'clock. It's ridiculous, seriously. When I used to be in corporate, I used to set my day up in a way and sneak out and watch the game and then go back to work. I made sure I planned my day really well. And then I had the head of HR. Head of HR would bring his own TV, and and watch it in his office. Close his door and watch the games. Last World Cup, that's what he did. He closed his door and watch the games. I used to have my iPad with me, or I sneak out because I like to watch on big screen and watch the games. But I really missed some of the key games, actually. A few games, but not a lot. Spain always shut up in big games. Well, Spain won the last Euro, didn't they? So they've done well. They won the 2010 World Cup. Didn't do well in 2014, 2018, 2022. So it should be interesting. But they won the last Euro. Spain's problem to me is they can't, since Torres, they can't seem to produce a forward with differentiating ability. They struggle with a center forward who can score goals. You go back at Spain history, even when they won the World Cup, because Torres lost form after they left Liverpool to go to Chelsea. Spain doesn't produce, when you have Spain, who was the player for Real Madrid? And they've had some good forward. The forward that played for Real Madrid for years was one of the best players. I can't remember him, a long time ago. Him and Torres were the two, but since they haven't produced a lot of great center forward. That's probably their big problem. France hasn't produced a lot of great center forward since they won since 2006. I think after Henry, I can't remember. We have Giroud at one point who was a decent player, but went through a whole tournament without scoring. I don't think Giroud scored in 2018 World Cup when they won. Even though he's one of the leading goal scorer for France. So they had Benzema, but he fell out with the French FA. So yeah. Oh, always show up in big games. Okay, well, you don't get bigger than this. It's a semifinal. It's gonna be interesting though, because today's game is interesting. These are the top 4 teams in the world, right? By FIFA ranking. So the ranking just tie out, even though both England and Argentina could have been home, given England's game against DR Congo, where if Wissa scored a second goal, I think they're gone home. The game against Norway, where if Surloff passed that ball to Haaland, England may be going home, because I don't think Haaland would have missed that. So you need luck on your side sometimes. Emerson says, England's cooled down in the next few days, but it's hot and next week temperature will be normal in Argentina for me tomorrow. Yeah, Trossard did well for Arsenal, but it was time. We need some more dynamic younger wingers. Trossard came to us from Brighton. Played well, about 3 years. Played well for the most time. Struggled the second half of last year, except for maybe the last couple of games. Didn't score between January and like May or April. But he's a good player. Played well for Belgium. But Besiktas, Turkey seems to have money. We need to go get Bartola. I know we want Rogers. Rogers to me is not a left winger. Plays in the center. I don't know if it's going to work with Rogers, Odegaard, and Eze. That doesn't make sense to me. But Arteta knows more than I do. Yes, they do. I've seen them doing keep up. And they were brilliant players, right? So still have the skills. They're showing the teams on the board. The big thing for me is for Spain, which is really surprising. If you remember the last Euro, it was Nico Williams and Yamal who terrorized defenses. Williams has fallen off a cliff. I know people say he's been injured, but he's fallen off a cliff. Didn't have the best season, maybe because of injuries in La Liga, because Arsenal was pursuing one time, so was Barcelona. He decided to stay and play with his brother. But it's interesting that, because you would think if they had Nico on one wing and Yamal, those two dynamic players, with the midfield they have, they'd be hard to beat. But some people will say that the replacement for Williams has played well. So in Mikel, what's his name? Oyarzabal, he's played well and has been one of Spain's better players. I see Williams on the bench. Let's see what Yamal does today. He does talk a bit. Let's see if he can back it up. I think it's very, very difficult to shut down Mbappé. And Spain will struggle with him today if they can get the ball to their front four. But let's see how it goes, because if you look at the team for France, most of the players, Elise, Dembele, plays for a team where they have to play defense. They have to play both ways. So, but the game is off. Spain keeping the ball as expected. France pressing actually. And what Spain is doing is pushing the players up wide, and they have space in the middle. They're pushing the left and right back up quite a bit actually. So they're vulnerable to the counter. Oh, brilliant! But well, good try by Cucurella trying to find Danny Almo. It's interesting. Almo playing center forward. It's interesting. But we are off. France playing to the middle. Rabiot coming forward. Has a chance to go to wide to really poor defense by Rabiot. He's going to pass the ball, change his mind, and a mix up with Bartola. So throw into Spain. France really pressing high. That's a new strategy for them. Nobody likes to be pressed in football. Even if you're Spain, you like to be pressed. Even though Spain does a good job of playing through the press. So we're in the second minute of play. Spain coming forward. Cucurella turns it over to Elise. Elise to Dembele. Dembele trying to go between the legs of Cucurella, turns it over. Game is a little bit frantic at the moment. Rodri is such a brilliant player. Doesn't even feel pressure. Doesn't feel pressure. That's one thing. He doesn't feel pressure. His eyes. I think Jamaican midfielders should watch Rodri play football. He does not feel pressure. Turnover by Spain. Here comes Rabiot. Plays all the way back to his goalkeeper. Chouameni coming forward. Plays out to Rabiot. France got to try to go over the top sometimes. Here comes Mbappé. Runs into trouble, turns it over. Good support by Danny Almo to win that ball. The game's a little bit frantic now. Teams have not settled down. And the press is bothering both teams. Spain will settle down soon. We'll see if France does the same. Ball out to Porro. Porro to Yamal. Here comes Yamal inside. He's blocked off the ball. Referee says play on. Mbappé goes by one. He's so quick. Spain does a good job of defending, though. A really good job covering. Here comes France again. Upamecano. Back to Rabiot. Rabiot trying to go wide. Almost turns over. Back to Koundé's inside. Dembele tries an ambitious pass and turns over. Horrible pass by Dembele. Ball picks up by Yamal. He has 3 men against. He's trying to take on all three. Comes inside. Doesn't have a lot of options because Spain was defending pretty low. Spain with the ball, just playing around. Rodri plays it wide to Laporte. Ball turnover. Here comes Rabiot. Turns over again. A lot of turnover early in the game, actually. Teams have not settled at all. A lot of turnover. Here comes Spain again. Almo to Fabian Ruiz. Back to Almo. They do such a good job of just watch Spain midfielders, how they drop their shoulders a little bit, how they just fake a pass, but it's all very subtle to get the defender off them. It's not big pronounced play like a big step over. It's just a shoulder drop or a fake pass or a look away. And it's so subtle, but it creates space for them. They're always looking to create space so they can maneuver and operate. Sometimes it's not as obvious as one may think. Dembele into Mbappé. He has room. He's going to go wide to Luka Dean. Luka Dean plays to Bartola. Bartola beats his man brilliantly. The chance to cross. Try to cross. Out of bounds. Corner to France. He just got rid of Porro. Porro went all the way in. Instead of trying to force the man to the baseline, he tried to go all the way in and almost he rode a tackle. If he stopped it and tried to cross with his right foot, that would have been better because he doesn't have the best left foot. That's a good question. How does anybody stop France? Sometimes you punch somebody in the mouth to stop them. Corner to France, good corner, headed out by Spain. Rabiot tries an ambitious kick and it's poor. He probably should have played that ball out wide. Rabiot always starts though. I find that interesting. He's a good player, but sometimes you have to try a Kone Chouameni combination. Laporte, a long ball out. The game is really interesting. The athleticism of France is bothering Spain at the current moment. Spain pressing. France going to go long. Both teams going long, so they're not just playing out from the back. Both teams going long, actually. They don't have the short pass, and it's clear they'll go long. Nobody's taking any undue risk or unnecessary risk. If you just join us, we are watching the first of two semifinals between Spain and France. Score tied at 0. Here come Koundé inside to Dembele. Try to go back to Koundé. Turns it over. Dembele hasn't had the best tournament. He has 4 goals, but he hasn't the best tournament. His play has been spotty. As a Ballon d'Or winner, you expect more from him. Here comes Spain again. They're just so comfortable on the ball. And they put so much pressure on you with their passing and their possession, make it difficult. Here comes Yamal. He's bullied off by Rabiot. So Yamal hasn't had the best of time so far. Ball plays inside. Brilliant ball to Olise, who tried to find Mbappé and turned it over. The pass was there. He had to put a little bit of height on the pass. You couldn't pass on the ground because it'd be blocked. He put a height on the pass, Mbappé was in. And that's going to happen this game because I don't think Barsi or Laporte have the speed to catch up to. Referee said it's a foul. I don't think that was a foul, actually. Says a foul against Rabiot. I don't think so. Almo went down if he's hurt. I don't think so. I think they won the ball. So he came in. Yeah, he stepped on his foot, but he won the ball. His foot was just there. I don't think that should be a foul. I don't think that should be a foul. He won the ball. I don't know what it is in football that's called, but yeah, he got hurt, but the person won the ball, so therefore, because you get hit in the aftermath, doesn't mean you should get the call. I mean, that's not a foul. But it doesn't matter what I think, it's the referee who makes that decision. We are in the 9th minute of play. France and Spain, first of 2 semifinals. Tomorrow semifinal is at 3 p.m. in Atlanta between England and Argentina. If you know the history of those 2 countries, 1986, the hand of Maradona allowed him to win the World Cup. Even though I would say to people, because I remember that game, if England wasn't prejudiced at the time or racist at the time and played their best players, they'd have played John Barnes. John Barnes, I think, at about 20 minutes that game came on, set up 2 goals, then they could miss one. They'd have beat Maradona if they played Barnes for the entire game, trust me. No, you play the ball. He put his foot there. I'm sorry, but that's nonsense to me. That's why I came to the ball saying people say you touch the ball even though you trip the person as a penalty. FIFA and football have these conflicting rules which makes no sense to anybody with a brain. Seriously. You have a brain in football? Some of these rules makes no sense. Example, when Haaland fouled Anderson in the box and the rule says you have to retake the corner. But it's a foul. And in a foul, the team that the foul was committed against, get a free kick. Poor free kick taken by Spain. Sorry. Yamal beat his man brilliantly. Cross to the far post, headed out by France. Cross by Luis, blocked out of bounds, throw into Spain. They have these rules that makes no sense. to logical people, and yet the world accept them. Stupid rules, to be honest, that's what I call them. Here comes Spain controlling the game, France dropping deep. We're in the 11th minute, score tied at 0. Trying to find Yamal in behind. So Spain's attacking through Yamal. Not much to their left side. He has a ball, it's like he's playing center forward. They have a ton of midfielders on the field. A lot of midfielders. Good play out by Maiden, the goalkeeper. Here comes Rabiot. Bartolo trying to go forward and decide not to pass in the ball, and Bartolo cannot be happy. That ball should have been played through to him. Rabiot plays it to Luka Dean to Tchouaméni to Upamecano. Oh, good pressure by Spain. Played back to Tchouaméni. Should go back to Saliba. Ball being rotated by France. France has not gotten in the 18 yet, except once for that corner. Ball over the top, trying to find Koundé. So they're playing Koundé deep, and he's barreled off the ball by Laporte and goal kick to Spain. So every team trying something different. Both teams trying something different. Koundé playing really high up the field versus Dembele, which then very difficult to mark because then who picks him up? Here comes Spain. Cucurella goes inside to Buena, who tries to go long. There's a really good pass to Olmo, but here comes Rabiot. Really good play by Rabiot, and then he plays a very difficult ball back to the goalkeeper. Does a good job of controlling it, and then plays it inside to Olise with a bad pass, but picked up by Upamecano, who plays it to Saliba, who comes wide to Olise, who's been very deep. Olise coming forward. Spain pressing France up the field, which is probably pretty smart. Because even though they're a skillful player, they'll take risks. Good play by Olise to find Luka Dean. Luka Dean has Bartolo out wide. Why not have Bartolo run? You should have Bartolo run at Porro. Here comes Mbappé. Goes wide, trying to find Dembele. Harbor pass, out of bounds. Goal kick to Spain. Harbor pass by Mbappé. Rabiot need to let the ball earlier to Bartolo to get behind the defense. He's taking too long to make the pass. He can get behind Porro. Porro is very aggressive. That's poor playing by the midfield. Okay. Yeah, he must be very highly rated to get a semifinal game. Good play by Rodri to win that ball away from Olise. France not playing well at all. Turn the ball over. Even sometimes with not a lot of pressure between Dembele, Mbappe, Olise. And you have to give credit to Spain's defense, but they're not playing well. And Spain is taking the air out of the ball. Playing tiki-taka. A lot of triangles. There's always two pass options for Spain. Here comes Cucurella trying to go behind Koundé. And Alex goes back to Laporte, who goes inside to Rodri, who doesn't feel pressure. Good play by Olise trying to take him out. And foul against Rodri. Free kick to Spain. That's a bad tackle by Olise, by the way. He's lucky he didn't have more force behind it. He could get a red card for that. A bad tackle. And my feed just died a while ago. I have no idea what happened. I lost my entire feed. I know what happened, people. I lost my feed. What the hell happened? The entire feed disappeared. You guys still have the game? What the hell happened? I may have to put it on my iPad. The game disappeared from my... I don't know what happened. Are you guys getting the game? The game is lost for me. I have no idea what happened. This is not good. Let me try to put this up on Peacock or something. This is not good. Okay. I'm getting back some semblance The TV just died on me. Maybe it's me. This is not good, people. And now I can't find my remote. This is madness. Let me see where I put it. I wonder what happened. And I'm back. I'm not sure what happened. I think that was me and not you guys, not the feed. I lost the feed for a bit, but I'm back. France coming forward. Well, at the halfway line. Upamecano gonna go wide to Kunde. Kunde has room. There's not a lot of people in the box. Spain has about 8 players back. France has nobody up. Rabiot to Olise. Olise is playing too deep. He needs to be more closer to Rodri. He's too deep. Olise goes wide to Dembele. Dembele looking to go inside. Good cross by Dembele. Picked up by Bartolo. He's wide. Trying to go around Paro. Does a good job of shielding. Goes back to Luka Dean. Luka Dean goes to Chouameni, who try to go in the box, headed out by Laporte, out of bounds, throwing to France. Put up your score. What score are you talking about? What score are you talking about, RR? Put up your score. What score are you talking about? The score for the game? What score I'm predicting? Let me know. Because the game is on top of my head, so. Let me know what you're talking about. Brian's just making some really bad errors for no reason. Let me know what score you're talking about. The game is a game of chicken being played, actually. Spain decided they won't let France get behind them, and France don't do a good job of retaining possession. Let me know what score you're talking about. I'm not following you. Spain coming forward. We're in the 18th minute of play. Score is tied at 0. Good ball down the line to Cucurella. Here comes Upamecano and just barge him off the ball and goal kick to France. The game, hey, are you the second person that? What's over my head? What's over my head? Look on top of my head, what does it say? What does it say? It says Spain in the right, France on the left, 0-0. Can you see that, RR? Can you see that? Let me know if you can see that. That's the score in the game, is 0-0. It's on top of my head. That's why I have it there. You're the second person who come to me and said they don't see the score. The score is there. The screen is showing it. I'm looking at my iPad. It's showing it. It's on top of my head. It says 0-0, 19 minutes. Can you see that? 19 in like purple and then 0-0 above the 19. I'm watching myself on my iPad and I'm seeing the score. It's showing it. Hey, can you guys see the score? Because RR looked like he has a 1940s TV that he's watching. It's small. It's not small. It's big. All right, I can enlarge it. It's not small. I don't want to make it too large and it takes up the entire screen. I can make it big. You know what? I can move it down below. And move it. If I put it down below, would that be better? Messing up. No. Let me do this. I can move it down below. Would it be any better? Because you guys are okay. That's the score right there. Is that better? I move it down below. Is that better? Let me know if that's better. Say it's too small? Okay, I can make it much. Okay, I can do this. That's not a penalty. He kicked the ball. He kicked the man, but oh no, that's a soft penalty. That's a soft penalty. Okay, I can make it bigger too. That's a soft. And look at Dean got to do better. When you have the ball in the box like that, people, you got to head the ball. You have to head the ball. You have to head the ball. You have to head the ball. Trust me. Don't kick it. Head it. It's at head height. Don't let it come down like that. Head the ball. So penalty to Spain. Spain is difficult to play against. I made it bigger. Probably too big now. All right. So it's down below. Let me lock it in. Well, looks like who's gonna take it? Oh, Yassabal have it. Let's see who takes it. That's a bad penalty to give away, though. Really bad penalty to give away. Like ridiculous penalty to give away. Goal! Goal to Spain. 1-0. Good penalty. Keeper dove the right way, but out of reach. Game on. 22 minutes in. Should be a water break now, or hydration break. France down by 1. Bad penalty to give away, though. You can't be kicking the ball like that. You got to head the ball out. Any ball bounce in the box like that at that high, people, you have to head the ball. Somebody's always putting the foot in to nick the ball off you. Mbappé is playing, obviously. It's a good penalty, really good penalty. He dove the wrong way, but and he moved before, but the ball is just always going away from him. If you're a defender, people in football, and you're a kid watching playing football, the ball that bounces in your box, like you gotta head the ball and head the ball up in the air so it doesn't come down to somebody's feet so they can shoot to the goal. You've been taught that in football. Don't try to kick when the ball is trying to drop. It takes too long. People jump in front of you, and you give away a penalty just like Luka Dean did. Luka Dean knows better. Really bad decision on his part. And Spain is hard to score against. They've only given up 1 goal in this tournament so far. 1 goal. Now, this is France, but France has not played well at all. France may need to put a Cherky on, take out Bartolo or Dembele, and put Cherky playing in the 10 because they're not creating anything. They're not playing well. They're not playing as hard as they should. Elise is not looking like a 10. He's looking more like a winger. So it's hydration break. Spain up by 1-0. You say swap logos on the side. What are you talking about, RR? But you see on the score, it's 1-0 on the board. Spain is up, and France have it all to do. They're not playing well. Their passing has not been good. Rabiot is taking too long to feed his wingers. They may have to make a change at halftime. Dembele has been poor. He has not been good for most of the tournament, actually. Scored about 4 goals, but to me, he's not been good for the tournament. Doué needs to be on the field. Doué creates havoc with his skills. And that may seem like a harsh thing to do, but a Doué Bartolo combination would not be that bad. Put Doué on the right. Was Mbappé not getting any service? Or he's getting limited service? And Spain will pass you to death. And that will tire you out. So it's an interesting game so far. What are you talking about handball, Dr. Don? It's not a handball, it's a kick. He kicked him. Which is a foul, which is in the box. It's a soft penalty, though. I know France has not. We keep saying France will definitely score, and that may be the case, but they have created nothing to suggest they're going to score in the game so far. Nothing. They haven't beaten anybody down the line. Spain is defending really well, and when they get the ball, they are so comfortable in tight spaces. I hear what you're saying. But he kicked the ball on his hand, though, right? No, he kicked him, right? Well, no, Spain has, but see, the thing is, you expect France to penetrate more and Spain to walk it into their box. France has been dominant during this World Cup, but today they're not being dominant. First game, they look vulnerable. Meaning, not vulnerable in terms of giving up goal, because nothing's been created by Spain, to be honest. But in terms of the ability to dispossess the opposition and go forward, that hasn't happened. Yeah, Luka Dean is not the best defender, people. You're watching for Aston Villa over the years. Not the best defender. Great cross of the ball. Good in possession, but defending is suspect. Which is unlike Spain, who I think Cabarsi can be gotten. I think Laporte has been good. But all Spain defense have been good, even though to me they're not the best defensive tandem. I think France is going to play with more urgency now, though. Here comes France. Mbappé has a chance to go wide. He decided to go back inside. He should have gone wide to Bartola. They're taking too long to make the passes to the open player. He should have gone wide. Now Spain defense recover. You have the ball to go to Bartola to go in behind, and now they turn it over. Poor pass by Chouameni. Ball one back, but played out of bounds. France is taking too long to find the open man. A while ago, Mbappé had the ball. Played wide to Bartola. He has his player isolated one-on-one. As you hesitate, Spain is fit there, getting back in defensive position. You have to play forward when you have the advantage. Here comes France. France pressing really well, and Mbappé taking out. That should be a yellow card referee by Cabarsi. That should be a yellow card referee. Let's see what the ref says. He went through the man. Well, he did hit the ball, but he hit the man at the same time, so it's simultaneous. Throw into, ref didn't call a foul. Throw into France. Ball to Olise, to Saliba. Bless up, Jargans. How you doing? Uh-oh. Saliba is down. And look like his back is gone. He had a bad back coming to this tournament, and he's very unhappy. His back is gone, it looks like. And I see Laporte. I thought they would bring on Kanate, but it looked like Laporte, who plays for Crystal Palace, may be coming on. So there goes Arsenal season. Because I heard he's supposed to get a back operation at the end of the tournament. His back is gone. You see him just point to it, he's done. He's had a bad back for a while. We may need to set him if we're Arsenal. Yeah, that was poor by Luka Dean. Poor, poor, poor. They're just showing the replay. Now, it wasn't a handball, Dr. Don. The ball hit him in the back. That was a good penalty. Saliba is going to be off, and Laporte will be on. Laporte's a good defender, actually, but he's not Saliba. There goes Arsenal season. He may be done for the season, people. He may be done for the season. Lacroix is going to be coming on for... Did I say Laporte? I mean Lacroix, frankly. Lacroix is playing for Crystal Palace, going to be coming on for Saliba. So, one down for France already. Early substitution. Yeah, France taking too long to make their decisions. And when they take long, they're not creating space with their movement. Look, Spain pressing all over the field. They can't even get a throw in. Ball plays out to Elise. Elise pushed out of bounds. Free kick and a yellow card to Cucurella, it looks like. He's going to be out for a while. He was supposed to have surgery. And that's not a smart foul by Cucurella. That's a yellow card. It's not good. If you're playing against these skillful forwards, won't be long before you get another one if they play smart. I think we're looking to buy what's his name from Villa. So they may have to pursue that deal. Center back. Really poor cross. Cross that ball. Was that Kunde? That's a horrible cross. France is not playing well. They're making tons of mistakes. That was Dembele, who has been poor. Here comes Spain. Kobarsi beats one. Coming forward. I have no idea where he's going, though. Being crowded out. Ball out of bounds. Throw into Spain. Okay. France team is United Nations, even though they're born in France. They have 98 persons born in France played in this World Cup. France now feeling the pressure, they're pressing, and when they press, they're going to be vulnerable. Elise with a poor touch. Elise is having a stinker. Like a while ago, just need to control the ball and pass. He tries something fancy and turn it over. And Spain is not the team to do that against. They'll punish you. Here comes Spain again. Rodri inside to Alex, turns it over. Good move by Rabiot. And ball turnover by Bartola. France must think the people in white are their teammates. Because they keep passing the ball to the wrong people. Yeah, Lacroix is good, actually. I watch him play for Crystal Palace. He's good. Canati didn't have the best season. Kobarsi plays for Barcelona. Here comes Cucurella. Ball block. Couldn't they come forward? Almost create another penalty. Here comes Upamecano trying to go upfield. Bless up, Nitro. How you doing? Elise playing horrible. Elise and Dembele have been awful, to be honest. The entire France team hasn't played well. And part of it is Spain, but part of it is them just not doing the right thing. Not playing smart. Have easy passes to make. Turn the ball over. Try and fancy footwork or fancy control. We just have to control the ball and pass it. Play simple. Play the game simple. Get fancy in the opponent's area. They've been poor. 33 minutes in. Spain 1, France 0. Spain is a hard team to play against, though. Because they're so good defensively as a system. Here comes Elise. Goes inside to Dembele. Dembele is changed side. And he turns it over again. Has Dembele made a pass to his teammate in this entire game? No, seriously. Has Dembele made a pass to his teammate? So France is now all over the place because they're now trying to press in different areas. They're not organized. The front four has not been good. Upamecano. Uh-oh. That was a close one. That should have been offside, shouldn't it? Oh, it was offside. Okay. And now there's no Saliba. It makes it worse. No, we don't want Stones. Availability is the best ability, and Stones is never available. We'll be all right. We have 7 center backs on the team. So if one goes down, we have 6 more. Here comes France. Ball plays out Lucadine. Lucadine trying to go over the top, trying to find. And then here comes Spain trying to go forward. Alex B is upset, but referee doesn't not listen to him. Here comes Chouameni. Can France make 3 passes in a row? Seriously. Kunde to Chouameni. When they get to the halfway line, they can't make 2 passes. Now Spain's playing a 4-3-3 defense, and it's really compact, and they're covering the spaces really well. But to me, it's more France poor play versus Spain's defense. Luka Dean coming forward. They came past the halfway line. As soon as they do, they get closed down and they struggle. Upamecano to Chouameni. He goes inside to Dembele. Dembele is now changed sides. Here come Bartolo. He didn't have a chance to go in the box. Trying to beat his man, looking to shoot. He has Luka Dean out wide and just had to pass the ball to Luka Dean. What is he doing? Luka Dean made the overlapping run. If he cut the ball back to Luka Dean, he's wide open to go baseline or to go to the touchline. Look at this play. Look at they played the ball to Luka Dean. Rodri's out of position. So is Poro. France is not playing smart. He's trying some spectacular shot. That's not his forte. All you had to do was play the ball in the wide to Luka Dean. France now is going to be more vulnerable because they're playing high up the field and they're going to be wide open. Here they are. Here comes Cucurella now overlapping. Spain has numbers. It's 4 against 5 now. France has gotten back. Here comes Alex Bueno. Plays it to Ruiz. Ruiz goes inside and Olise fell asleep. He plays it down to Almo. Almo coming forward. Ball blocked off. Controlled by Power looking to shoot. Shot over the bar. Goal kick to France. No, France is not playing smart. They're not playing smart. About to go, Bartolo's about to play down to Luka Dean, who's running behind the defense. Spain is out of position, and he tried some spectacular shot. Everybody trying to win the game by themselves. Good pressure by Spain. Oh, almost a turnover, and it is a turnover. Spain is playing very, very smart, unlike France. Almost 2-0. Almost 2-0. Fabian Ruiz missed that. They just walked through the France defense. Spain has been the better team by far. Better team by far. The press was brilliant. They timed the press really well. Got France out of position. And look at the France team, people. You have 6 men back for France. That means there are 4 upfield. You never say 6 men back for Spain. You see 8 or 9 men back. That's the difference between the two teams. Bless up, Conrad. How you doing? Yeah, well, Spain is attacking. The numbers all 4 attackers for France are staying upfield. I'm not sure if that's a strategy, but you're susceptible to giving up a goal. It was an awful play, Jargons. Trust me. If you're playing Luka Dean with his ability to cross the ball, it's a different story. Ball played the far post. Out of bounds. Nope, out of bounds controlled by Yamal. Yamal coming forward. He has 2 men on him. Looking to take on both. Trying to go around Luka Dean. The referee calls a foul against Yamal. Free kick to France. No, Yagan, he has to play the ball down the line. The man is open. Rodri is going inside. There's nobody covering the touch line. You play that ball down the line, he can pick out the man in the middle. It's not a smart play. Spain is pressing real high, forcing France to go long. Ball plays over the head of Olise. They allow Rodri to control. You can't allow him to control. France trying to control it. Here comes Spain. Down the elbow. Gets dispossessed. Picked up by Olise. And he's taken down by Rodri. That's one of the Man City type fouls. Foul him and stop the play. 39 minutes in. France has 0. And their play has been 0. And Spain won. Spain looked very, very difficult to beat. They've been much better than France. Because France not playing smart. Luka Dean coming forward. Plays it into Mbappé. Mbappé turns. Plays good ball into Rabiot. Referee calls a offside against Mbappé. Just over half a line. Really? Let's see this again. Yeah, he was offside. Barely, but he's offside. And the ball should have been played behind him. That's why he's offside. They're not looking over the top. Spain is playing high up the field sometimes when they press. You have to play the ball over the top. Yeah, good press by Dembele. Keeper tried to go long. He's out of his goal. Pressure by France. The game is a little bit frantic at the moment. 40 minutes in. Spain 1, France 0. Penalty scored by Ozarbal. Mbappé is behind the defense and he's onside. Looking to pass. He's offside actually. He's got to time his run. Got to time his run much better. If you just join us, we are watching the first semifinal between Spain and France, and Spain has been a much better team to date. France don't have enough people in the middle. They need more people in the middle. So either Olise got to go off. Somebody need to go off. Olise has been poor. Dembele has been poor. Bartola has not been much better. I'll put Doué in the game. Here comes Spain again. They have so much time on the ball. And they find these little pockets and they just play the ball around you. And it's hard to get a hold of them. Why France can't do the same is beyond me. Bless up, Flash G. How you doing? Here comes Spain. Laporte with no pressure. What is Dembele doing? We have three men. Tchouaméni, Dembele only say in the same area. You don't need to be in the same area. You only need one person to pressure him. Look how easy it is to play through the defense. France doesn't know how to play defense. Seriously. They're trying to find Luka Dean, trying to find Yamal. He's not getting much service, Yamal. Make Luka Dean look like a good left back. Here comes Spain again. Very well timed press, actually. Ball played out. Brilliant touch. Go to Rabiot. I think Mbappé was probably offside, actually. I think he started his run too early. He doesn't have to go early. When you're that quick, you could give them a step or two. You don't have to go early. Now, they didn't call the offside, but you don't have to go early if you're Mbappé. Let's see if he went too early. No, he was onside, actually. He was onside. That pass was a good pass. There was no room there. Good come by the keeper. That was close. He's going to get behind his defense this evening. Question is, will he score it? He's going to get behind his defense. Because when they press, they're going high. Corner to France. Good corner taken in. All the way to Koundé. Koundé has Mbappé out wide. He tries to go inside. Ball headed up to the keeper, who misplays it. Plays out. Referee calls a foul or a head injury. But I think it was his own man that hit him. I don't think that was a France player. Let's see what happens. His own man. Yeah, his own man trying to get the ball off. Oh, he has a ball ahead. Ref has to call it because of head injury, but that ball should go to France. Spain keeper a little bit suspect, actually. I have no idea how he's playing over Raya. I find that amazing. "43 minutes in, Spain 1, France 0. France needs to start doing something. They haven't done anything in this game. Here comes Dembele. Overdoing things, and he got fouled. Free kick to France. Yeah, he got fouled. I know Ruiz is complaining, but he touched the ball away from you, he ran into him. He would have lost it, but you ran into him. It's a foul. If I was referee and this plays on my face like this, I'm giving yellow cards out. Yeah, I don't know. He lost the ball. Now, on replay, I think it's a tough foul to call. He did run into him, but he did lose the ball before he ran into him. I'm looking at the pitch side. There's a lot of cameras, people. A lot of cameras. He didn't give a yellow card, so I'm not sure why VAR would be involved. It's a foul. The linesman or the fourth official is talking to the champ. So he plays it, and he ran into the player. Yeah, it's a foul. It's a foul. But they gave the ball back to Spain. Here comes Spain. Plays wide by Yamal out to Cucurella. He has in the middle. Rabiot has it now. Goes wide to Olise. Olise has Cucurella one-on-one. Hasn't beaten him yet. And he's getting help. And he got help and got dispossessed. Olise need to come up to people and field. He's playing like he can't play football. And I rate him very highly, but he's been awful. He's not looking up when he gets the ball. He's just dribbling like a madman. He's trying fancy stuff and it's not working. He's been terrible. I know that sounds harsh, but he's been horrible. Olise has done nothing. He's not playing like a midfielder. Look at him now walking, not doing anything on the field. That's a hard foul by Rabiot. Spain getting frustrated. Now, Olise is having an awful game. He's been atrocious. I would love to see the stats at half. He's been horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. France, with that potent attack, has done nothing, people. Nothing. They haven't tested the keeper once. And they look like they ever test the keeper. Here comes France again, Upamecano. Spain may get tired second half because they work really hard. Olise has it now. Let's see what he does with it. He's dribbling again. Goes inside to Dembele, who turns it over. The link up between the France players, like they don't know each other. Dembele had the ball inside. He has an easy 1-2. I think it was with Conde, sorry. That wasn't Olise. And he just turns the ball over. Both Dembele and Olise, they're killing France. That was Kunde. I'm mixing up his dreadlocks with Olise. But Olise and I see Usain Bolt at the game with a significant other in the stands. They're showing him on screen. It's a nice watch too. Good pressure by France. France has to change second half. They look horrible. Throw into France. Luka Dean throws it into... And by the way, France did lose Saliba early first half with a back injury. Ball played out to Kunde. There's nobody in the middle to cross the ball to. Nobody. Mbappe's not there. Great cross, far post. Ball stopped by Bartola. Trying to beat his man. He plays it out to Dembele, who almost turns it over. Ball goes back to Dembele, who plays it out to Luka Dean. Goes down the line to Rabiot. Cross in the box. Kunde goes up to head it. Cucurella. That's an offside. Free kick to Spain. France is out of sync, people. That ball came across the box. Only. Look at Bartola. What you're playing, winging the man down the ball. You're not sprinting to get into the box. That ball go right across the goal. There's nobody there. Bartola is coming up at halftime. I'm betting that they're gonna take him up instead of Olise, but Olise has been horrible, and Dembele has been much better. I'm not sure they've made 2 passes to their teammates so far. We're in the 47 minutes, 6 minutes of extra time. We have 5 minutes remaining. And Spain leading by 1-0. Penalty against Luka Dean, scored by Oyarzabal for Spain. Luka Dean with the ball, plays it out to Rabiot, try to go wide. Here comes France. Good play there by... What was that? Is that Laporte? Ball won by Spain. And Spain gets out of trouble as they normally do. Because they're playing the ball short and they're playing the ball to where the teammate is. Oh, bad turn by the keeper. Turned by Tchouaméni. He's been held. They needed to attack quicker. Olise has it. And he goes back to Tchouaméni. Tchouaméni, Upamecano. Spain is all the way back. See, Spain is defending with 11. They're not defending with 6 like France does. Luka Dean on the line to Bartola. Goes back to Luka Dean. Who goes all the way back to Lacroix. To Tchouaméni. Comes across to Kunde. Good play by Kunde. He's chopped down there by Alex B. Free kick to France. Spain's defense is very good, people. Very good. Very good. France has not even got a whisk of their goal. Here comes Bartola inside to Dembele, who turns it over. Dembele needs to come up with the people in field. Sorry. Dembele can't make a pass. You never know he's a Ballon d'Or winner. He looks way out of sync. He can't make a pass. He just turned the ball over at will. So now he's chasing it. Spain trying to go along. Kunde heads it out to Olise, trying to find Tchouaméni. Ball played long. Upamecano has it. Goes back to his keeper. Who goes back to Lacroix, who goes across to Upamecano. Was a chance to come wide to Kunde. Kunde has it, has time. Trying to go out to Olise. Brilliant turn on Cucurella, but the ball out of bounds. Throw into... Oh, ball touched by Cucurella, actually. Throw into France. Even though Spain is protesting that they touched it. Now, Olise and Dembele have been beyond awful. If I'm the coach, I'm taking them off the field. I'm putting on Cherki and I'm putting on Doué. I'm sorry, it's semifinal. We don't have time to stroke egos. They can win you games, but they all can also lose you games. Here come Bartola. He needs to go by Poro. He comes inside. Mbappé trying to beat three men. Luka Dean trying to cross it out of bounds. Everybody's trying to do everything now. Everybody's trying to take the game into their hands because they have the ability instead of just playing team football. A while ago, Mbappé have no place to go trying to beat 4 or 5 men. And Spain's playing smart, creating no room. Now cry all the way across to Kunde. Kunde going to go wide to Elise. Elise has 2 men against him. He went back to Dembele. Dembele trying to go down the line, cross, out of bounds, corner to France. Now France going to play quicker, but they're not feeling the pressure. They're trying to play quicker, which is good for them. They need to speed up the game. They need to make Spain feel pressure. But they will not get the corner. Referee blew for halftime. So halftime in the first semifinal of the 2026 World Cup between France and Spain. Spain 1, France 0. And you know how we do this, people. I have to take my 1 minute halftime break. I'll be back to break down the first half, go through some of the stats, and talk about what France needs to do to get back in the game and what Spain needs to do to maintain what's transpiring. All right? So don't go nowhere. We'll be back. I'm going to do my normal musical interlude. All right, people, we're back to talk about the first half of the first semifinal in the 2026 World Cup between Spain and France. I must say, it has not been the most entertaining game. Spain has taken the air out of the ball, controlled the play, controlled the midfield, which is where you know France were going to struggle. It's all great to have dynamic players playing up front who can score in a jiffy and who can penetrate really well. It's not a thing for them to get the ball, to allow them to express themselves. And what we're seeing in this game is this. We're seeing tiki-taka football at its best. But what people don't appreciate in tiki-taka football is 2 things. One is my ability to keep the ball and keep you under pressure, which is, especially if you're an offensive team, your inability to dispossess me. And therefore, you have to work hard defensively. And then secondly, how well Spain defend as a team. They're carrying no one, not even Yamal. Right? Because Yamal is able to double up on Bartola outside. Or when Bartola gets help from Dembele, who's now switched sides, They sort of put Dembele more in the middle and Olise out wide. They're helping out really well. And they're giving no room to Mbappe. We have Laporte, we have Kobarsi, and we have Rodri all surrounding Mbappe when he has the ball facing goal. When he's trying to get behind, they're trying to play a higher line to get him in the offside position and stop his run. And they're doing a good job of that. Now, on the other side for France, Spain is not doing a ton offensively. They have had a chance to penetrate, get into around the 18-yard line, or 18-yard box, I should say. And they've gotten behind the defense maybe once or twice in this game and are trying to go over the top and mix up their game. So France has not gotten overly pressured in their last part of the field. But what is happening is that Spain is playing a smart game, which is negating France's offense while maintaining possession, which makes it really interesting. Now let's try to see if we can pull up some stats. So here are some of the halftime stats. Maybe I'll do it this way. Let me try to pull these up. You can see. And the stats are not as horrible as they think in terms of possession. So in terms of possession stats, which you expect, Spain has 55% to France's 45%. I think it's more than that. In terms of XG, obviously they had a penalty. They have like a 1. And they have 2 big chances. France, with their potent offense, have no big chances. Nothing. Total shots, if you want to call a shot, shots taken by French to be shots. 2, including Bartolo's Skyer. 5 by Spain. Corners are 3-1 in France's favor. Fouls are even. Passes, you can see, it ties into the possession stats. Tackles are not materially different, and so are the free kicks. I want to look at something. I think it's important to look at some players in this field. Look at the ratings of the players so far. Goalkeeper, no France player has a 7 or above. I would love to see, let's go to Dembele first, because I've been calling him out. So Dembele, in terms of passes, and this is not coming up well, people. I'm not sure why this is like this, but he's made 13 passes, 18 accurate, 11 in position half. Let me pull up this. He has 23 touches, 3 unsuccessful. He lost possession 11 times in 23 touches. So he's lost possession almost half the time he touched the ball, which I called out during the game, which has been awful. Hasn't done anything defensively. 2 recoveries, but no block shots, no clearance, no nothing. That's Dembele stats. Not the best. Let's see Olise. I'm trying to pull this up. It's not coming up on the screen. 1 second. I think I may have up. I'm not sure why my information is not showing up on the screen because I'm looking at it. This is weird. Give me a second, people. I'm pulling the stats up. It should be showing on the screen, but it's not showing, which is not good. But you have to take my word for it. Since it's not coming up on the screen, it should be coming up on the screen. Let me just get out of this and come back up. Yeah, I must have up. You know what? Let me do this. I have to switch. Let me switch this, people. Let me switch this. I can show you what I'm looking at. So you can see the stats. Because the individual stats are important to show you how poor Dembele and Olise have been. They have not played well. Now I'm having some issues with my screen. Let me get this screen up. All right. Let me pull the screen in and we can see some of these stats. But these two players have been poor. So you look at Olise's stats. Mbele's to the right. Not sure why it's so far off the screen. But see Olise's stats? He has 31 touches. He's turned over 10 times, so less than Dembele. He has 2 unsuccessful dribbles, which is what he does really well. He's been fouled 3 times. He has 5 carries, 2 progressive carries. Let's see if he's done anything defensively. One tackle, 1 4 of 8 ground duels, not terrible. But he's in the midfield, right? Should be involved more. He has 15 of 19 accurate passes. This thing is not showing up well on the screen. Trying to pull this up actually. So if you think these two players, which is Dembele to the right, is not coming up on the screen. Okay, there's Dembele. His stats have not been great. Neither has Olise's stats. Not good for France, actually. These two players are key to their team, and they're not playing well. Not playing well at all. So, right? You see, I see Dembele have 11 turnovers in 23 touches. You can't have your big player turn the ball over half the time. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. So let's see what happens in the second half. But as you can see from those stats, they're not playing well. Not playing well at all. So Flash says, Cranky, Spain doesn't number either, but if not for defense blunder, it's a different game. No, but here's what people are missing, Flash. Spain is playing a smart game. Their game is this. As long as we have the ball, they can't score. And when they have the ball, we negate them. And we defend as a team. We just have to nick a goal, which they have done. So now they have to come at us. If they come at us really hard, at some point, we may be able to catch them on the counter and nick another goal. That's what you're seeing. So it's not a good look for France. France is the one who come in the tournament with the potent team, and I've been running through the tournament with little or no pressure. Flash says, Frankie, the French back got caught in between. Should have allowed the ball to bounce and shield, stopping the ball in the box. Yeah, when the ball bounces in the box, you got to head the ball. Don't try to, if you're going to step back to kick the ball when it falls, and wait for it to drop, you're begging for trouble. See that too many times. Too many times you've seen that. So if we think about this game, we may see, look, Deschamps will make some changes in the second half. He has to. A player like Cherky could add a lot of value. Take out Dembele or Olise and put Cherky in the 10. Keep one of them on the field for now. You may change Bartola for Doué, but you can't maintain the status quo. You can't. Because you have done nothing in the first half to suggest things will change. Now, Spain will tire more second half. They can't play defense out for the entire game. But you can't wait on them to be tired to make changes to affect the game. But if you just join us, as you can see on the screen, I know some people say that I don't show the score, even though I thought that was prominent and clear. Spain leading by 1-0. So you guys who do you expect to, at this point in the game, because, you know, some of you are like Monday morning quarterback. At this point in the game, who do you expect to win? At this point in the game, do you think Spain will take it home? Or do you think France will come back and win the game? Because right now they have done nothing to suggest that they'll do so. Nothing. So what are your thoughts? Yeah, well, he's not the best defender, right? He's good in crossing the ball. They can't have one Caucasian on the field. They can't just have Rabi out there, so they got to put another left back. That sounds really bad on my part, but it's true. There's diversity in the Spain team. Luka Dean is not the best defender. Like Luka Dean is a good, decent player, but he's not the best defender. Rabiot's played decent, but Rabiot is taking too long to play. People, here's what's happening in the game, which is very important. If you're France, you have to get the ball up speed as quickly as possible to your dangerous players in good positions, not when they're double and triple team and they can't go anywhere. Rabiot get the ball and he turns on the ball, then Betty turns on the ball, and when they do, they turn the ball over. Rabiot had 3 times in the first half to pass the ball to Bartola. He can go at Porro, and he waited and hold the ball up. Mbappé did a couple of times too. Move the ball quickly, get the ball out wide, spread the defense out, then you can run at them. And Spain is getting back on defense. So Slingstone says, I'm so disappointed with France. We need a big makeover in the second half. It's up to the French coach strategy now. Yep, I'd agree. Oh, there's a halftime show for the World Cup. They're imitating the Super Bowl, huh? Flashy says, Cranky, France has been on the attack most of the game, trying to beat anyone one-on-one. They have been on the attack. They've been attacking themselves. So let's see if there's any change in the first half. I haven't seen any. There's one change made by France already. We got to remember that, which is Saliba had to come off with a bad back, replaced by Lacroix. And Saliba has had a bad back throughout the tournament. Surprised he lasted this long. But that doesn't bode well for Arsenal, actually. So here comes France. Upamecano out to Koundé. Spain defense has been very good, people. It shows you don't have to be athletes to play defense. You just have to have desire and work ethic and strategy. Luka Dean looking to go long. And ball blocked out of bounds by Yamal. Taking too long to go long. France also taking too long to figure out where they want to go with the ball. Way too long. Position stats is 55% to 45%. 55% Spain, which sounds low for Spain given how much they have controlled the game. Only 10% more ball possession for France versus Spain. I think one of these goalkeepers are going to make a mistake in this game, and maybe the French goalkeeper. France coming forward, or trying to come forward, but they're not moving. Lacroix looking for a pass, can't find one. To go back to the keeper, and now he has to go long. Ball out of bounds. The French team is going way upfield. They're not coming back to help. You don't see Spain struggle to play the ball from the back because they have support. There's no support for the French team. The players are all going long, and there's nobody to pass the ball to. Is that Koundé has come on? So what's come on? Rabiot has come off? Yeah, Rabiot is off. So they didn't make a change at halftime. Rabiot is off. Koundé is on. But they realize they're not controlling the midfield. I thought there were no changes at halftime, but Rabiot is on. Oh, it's off, actually. Koundé is on. Here comes France, trying to go in behind. Turns it over, and here comes Spain. Good play by Upamecano. As they say in Jamaica, playing bat up and catch. The ball is just being playing all over the field. No clear persons. So Rabiot is off. Saliba is off. So they've used two windows already for their changes. One was an injury substitution. Chouameni back to Kone. Kone's a good player, by the way. Luka Dean, who gave away the penalty and turned the ball over now. Dispossessed by Yamal. Almost caused another problem. Luka Dean, that is not the answer. Ball played on Upamecano, got under pressure by Spain. Spain doing a good job pressuring. Here come Koundé. You got to break the press. When you break the press, you got to do something with the ball. You can't just break the press and not go anywhere. Ball played inside to Olise. Olise coming forward. Dispossessed by Spain. Really good defense. Spain defense has been exceptional. Exceptional. And France has not worked as hard as Spain. Ball played back to the keeper. He's going to go long. He found Cucurella. That was lucky. We're going to see some errors second half because both teams are getting much more aggressive in their play, especially defensively. I would have taken out Dembele at the game, to be honest, and put Doué in, but that's just me. The champ knows the team more than I do. I bet Dembele will come and score and people say it's justified. France goes long, 48 minutes in. Spain 1, France 0. France playing much more aggressive defensively. Oh, that's not good. Upamecano is down, and that's Ruiz. That should be a yellow card referee. Ruiz is saying no. Fabian Ruiz is saying no, but let's see what happened. He came to head it. Oh, he put his foot back. He didn't hit him. So Dembele will score. He may score, but he's been awful. He lost the ball half the time he's had it. The referee says not a foul on Luka Dean, and here comes Yamal one-on-one. Spain turned it back. Spain just controlling the game, just walking the ball up the field. And France press is not organized. Not organized. Look how easily Spain playing to the press. Yamal turns it over and ref is not calling a foul. Yamal says foul. Referee says no. Here comes Spain. Olise goes inside to Mbappé, who turns it over. Poor. Trying to make passes that are not there. And the only time Mbappé fighting for the ball is when he turns it over. France, they put a lot of pressure on Spain defensively, though. They're realizing they may be losing this World Cup by not playing harder. Now, Rodri tried... Now, yes, the ball tried to block the man. The man knocked him over, and he's acting like he's hurt. He's the one who created contact. That is true. Flashy, Spain not allowing one-on-one. But here's the problem, Flashy. You can't get one-on-one if you keep holding the ball and not making a smart play. There's always going to be a place on the field where you can get one-on-one. Nobody's that quick to recover that quick defensively. Yamal should get a yellow card a while ago for that fake dive. He should have gotten a yellow card for that fake dive, actually. He was not fouled. Here comes Spain again, trying to go over the top. He's behind. Yamal is behind. He's in on goal. He should have scored that one. He had a chance to score that. He should have taken it early. Offside against Yamal, but that's a wake-up call for France. Yeah, he was offside by a mile, actually. He should have taken that quicker, though. Here comes France. Kone turns it over. Turns it over again. France just can't control the ball. Good pressure by France. If they have Mbappé play some more defense with his speed, they may be better able to turn Spain over. Spain just playing like they want to win this game more than France does. France now trying to pressure, but Spain playing through it really well. Here comes Cucurella. He has options. Whereas the ball comes inside looking to shoot, plays in the box. A flick try there by Yamal. He's wide open there. It's not going to him. Shoot over the bar. Oh, that was, that was a yes ball. Tried to shoot on goal, but that was poor. He had other options. Ball played out by France goalkeeper, throwing to Spain. Just France is all over the place. I see Bolt with no allows. All these celebrities get tickets and I can't get a ticket to go to the game. Huh? How does that work? I need to become a celebrity. Throw into Spain. We're in the 52nd minute. Spain 1, France 0. Rodri plays back to his keeper, who goes long. Ball headed down to Bartolo. Can't control it. Here comes Yamal against Luka Dean, and he got around him real easily. Good play by France defense. Won the ball back from him. Really good play, and then he kicks it out for a corner. Almost for a corner. Keeper got to it. He needs to go long. He can't pick it up. He goes long, headed up by Rodri, trying to find Cucurella. France playing with some more energy now, and more gusto, and more force. Yes, he's taking a selfie. Flamencano back to his keeper. We're in the 53rd minute. France is not beating the box in the second half against Spain. They can't even get down to the box, people. That's how bad it is. That's like both teams, actually, but Spain at least have been around their 18. Spain defense is really, really good. Here comes Dembele. Plays inside to Olise. Olise, man on. Needs to go wide. Does get his man. Play to Luka Dean. Should go to Bartola right away. Bartola just needs to go on the wing. He doesn't need to wait and hesitate. Rodri's there. He plays the ball down to Olise. But Olise has 2 men and try to go back to Bartola. Flicks brilliantly inside to Mbappé, who almost turns it over to Kone. Kone goes wide to Chouameni, who's going to go wide to Kunde. Kunde needs to go far post. There's 3 men in the back. Far post. And then Dembele does what he does really well. Gave the ball back to Spain. He's been beyond atrocious. That's interest gone, right? He has no control over that, I don't think, unless he scores. Spain trying to go behind. Good play by Lacroix. And he goes inside to Olise. Olise controls, plays it out to Chouameni. Chouameni go to Dembele. Dembele goes back to Upamecano. Need to go wide to Kunde. Kunde with it now. Should go down the line. Dembele should go with him, and he stops. Kunde trying to shield. He got kicked down. Should be a foul. Referee says no. And here comes Spain. They turn it over again. Both teams really defensively creating havoc for the other. Bartola has it. He has his man one-on-one Porro. He needs to go down the wing and cross it. He does and turns it over. He needs to draw it more perpendicular versus going diagonally. That's a really bad beat. You don't have the space inside the joy. Bad touch on his part. Yeah, he needs to draw it down the line, then cross it. Making bad. He's going to be replaced by Doué soon. I'm going to give him 5 more minutes. Yeah, they are seeing ghosts. Yep, Doué's changed. I told you people, Doué changing, as I call it. 5 more minutes, and that's Doué coming on. Doué has changed. He's changing. He's getting ready to come on. He's going to change his game when he come on. Trust me. I think they're going to play his ball. Either Dembele or Bartola should come off. Both of them should come off, actually. Trying to make pass from deep, and Spain has the spaces. People, this is a lesson how you play defense. I'm telling you. The ability to cover spaces, play the gaps, has been brilliant by Spain. Here comes Dani Olmo. Plays it inside. Brilliant turn. Who was that? Can you see that? Is that Oyasabal? Omar into Rodri. Rodri goes wide. Spain has numbers. Ball play in the box. Too long. Out of bounds. Goal kick. That's the decisions in the final half of the field by both teams have been atrocious. So Doué coming on. Who's coming off? It should be Bartola or Dembele. It should be Dembele to me, frankly, but it's Bartola coming off. It's an easy change. Barcola coming off. Barcola comes off. Doué comes on. Last time Doué came on against Paraguay, he changed the game. So last time he came in as a substitute, he changed it. And now he's back in replacing Bartola. And they both play for PSG. And are used to substituting for each other. Mbappé has not been in the game. Here comes France. Really good defending by Cucurella. Really good athletic. France really pressing high. And Spain doing a really good job making the ball doing the work and playing through the press. Just really know where the spaces are. Look how easy they play to the press. Ruiz goes wide to Porro, who's under pressure. Beat his man nicely. The ability to just create space, even with their movement and their passes. Rodri, back to Porro, back to Rodri, back to Laporte. Look how easy they have France running around like their head cut off. And look how they just break the press. And now the midfield is tired. Look at Kone, way behind. He should be beside Ruiz. Ball played wide out to... Oh, that's a ball looking to shoot. Blocked by Kunde. Comes back to Rodri. You want to go wide to... Trying to go to Yamal, who was open. Ball took too long to get there. Here comes Spain again. France can't even get to Spain 18-yard line. Oh, brilliant 1-2. He's in. Goal! Spain. They just walk through the France defense with a 1-2. Goal! Spain. Where is my left winger? Marking the right back. That's Doué's mark, by the way. 2-0 to Spain. They just walk through the defense. Brilliant 1-2. Brilliant 1-2. They make it look easy. They're giving France a lesson in football. A lesson. Not soccer, football. A lesson. Brilliant. And they did that. Like, which game they played that they did that? I forgot which game it was. That ability to sit on the defense and play that nice 1-2 is brilliant. Brilliant. That's Doué's mark. That's your left winger. Got to be marking that right back. Can't let him go through like that. So let's see it. He has the ball. He plays it. And Dewey, number 20, Dewey stop running. Look what Dewey doing. That's Dewey's fault. Look at that. He just stopped running. He just stand up, not moving. Huh? That's the man supposed to be marking. He's not marking anybody. And look at Dean. That's the right back in the people. Your left back or your left winger has to mark that person. They're both standing up. They're both not doing anything. They're just standing up looking at each other. Like, you go tackle, not me. France has been awful. They pick a wrong time to be awful, that's for sure. Pick a wrong time to be awful. And look at Mbappé. Some people say the best France team ever. It can't be when you have no midfield. Midfield is poor. And their defense is poor. Spain just walking through them. By the way, people, Spain has given up 1 goal in this tournament. That's not by chance. Here comes Spain again. They're walking through them. Here comes France. Kone. Game is still on. They have 30 minutes to score 2 goals, but they don't look like they can score 1. The defense by Spain is suffocating. Here comes Lacroix. France get by 1 man and there's 3 men in front of them. They can't do anything. Here comes France. He'll put on his butt. France can't get the ball to their forward men. And when they get it to them, they can't do anything with it. Spain just playing very smart. Look at Olise trying to force the ball again between 2 men that's not there. Why is Olise still on the field, people? That's poor coaching. And you have Cherki on the bench? I'm sorry. You need a number 10 to control the game. Mbappé can't have no time because there's nobody passing the ball to him. Spain is just controlling the game. Look at this again. Look at Yamal is behind. Look at this. This may be 3 people. This may be 3. It's 3. No, he's offside. Let's see if he's offside. So if Spain can get isolation like Mbappé against Luka Dean, then please explain to me why France can't get him. Because France is not playing hard enough defensively. Everybody's looking at each other to go play the defense. Let's see if he's offside. Let's see if he's offside. He's offside, and it's been substantiated. France can't do anything. They can't even make a pass. They can't make a pass because they're not moving. They're trying to look at individual skill. They're not playing like a team, and they're getting killed by Spain. Totally annihilated. This is how you play team football. He was barely offside. Luka Dean's hand was there, but the hand can't prevent him. He almost had him that time. No, J. Ross, it's a teaching how you play defense. That's what Hawkins used to do with Jamaica. A lesson how you play defense. France can't get out of their own half, people. They can't get out of their own half. It's that bad. They cannot get out of their own half. Now, Spain is pressing. If they're pressing this way, you got to go over the top. If the press is that high, you got to go over the top. You have to go over the top. France is not in the game. It is that bad. They can't make 2 passes. Ball, so look. As Oli said, no, here's what's very obvious in this game too. France players lack awareness. As I tell Jamaica, they don't know where they're on the field. A while ago, Lucy got I would say lost the ball. And he lost the ball because he did no glance into where he was. And why the champ has a Lucy and Mbappé on the field is criminal. Poor coaching. Poor coaching. You have quality on the bench, you bring on the quality. I think he should do this. Put Mateta at center forward, bring Mbappé at left wing, put Doué on the right, put Cherki in. That's me. We'll see. Here comes Spain again. They're just having fun out there. France look tired. They look leggy. They look out of it. They picked the bad game to be playing the way they're playing. Spain is just a better organized team, better coached team, and playing better football. Bless up, Keisha. How you doing, Keisha? Spain now having fun. Flicks and tricks. Spain now having fun. And France is just Running like mad people. Now look at Mbappe pressing. There's nobody beside him, right? Dembele should be beside Laporte when that press is occurring. He's far away from the play. And what happened in the middle is always open. There's always a pass through the middle. Now, Spain turned it over and Luka Dean stop it. So when you turn it over, you got to run at the defense. Now here comes Mbappe. He's out wide. He's going to go down the line. He has to. He's going to cross it. Ball played out of bounds. Is that off the post or off the keeper? Mbappe trying to do it by himself, and he needs to. Yeah, Spain does have their number. Dembele into Luka Dean. Try to shoot, blocked out of bounds. The game is not over enough, people. France will need one goal to get Spain nervous, but they're not creating anything. Spain is so organized. You're stressed, don't be stressed. Your team hasn't turned up, Keisha. Poor corner by Olise. Can't even get the ball at first. Why is Olise on the field, people? Please explain that to me. If you go on and score, you're not playing, you're not coaching smart. Dembele and Olise have had 64 minutes to show us something. They show us nothing. No, they could score a goal. Doesn't mean the person who come on couldn't do better. Referee foul against Ruiz. Free kick to Spain. You know, it's not just the midfield. It's all over. France don't have a midfield because they're playing 4 forwards. A technical lesson, how you play. It's not of passing, it's in defense also. It's not just passing. It's in defense. That defense is ridiculous. Look at that bad turnover by Coney a while ago. France players look like they're playing with themselves. They're playing by themselves, I should say. Probably the same thing. Here comes Luka Dean. Looking to go along. And then look how high Spain defense is. Just drop the ball over the defense so Mbappe can run onto it. Why are we hesitating? Here comes Koundé out to Dembele, who's going to turn it over, as he normally does. Dembele into Mbappe, plays it down to Kone. Kone has Luka Dean wide. Mbappe to Luka Dean, really poor pass. Horrible pass. Horrible pass. Here comes France again. Ball play wide to Tchouaméni. Tchouaméni plays out to Dembele. Dembele inside to Mbappe. Shoots just past the post. First real, I wouldn't even call it a chance or opportunity. Real good attempt by France. That shot was blocked by Cucurella. That was going towards the goal. That could have been blocked in the far corner. France with the corner. Olise should go back to Luka Dean, who should go far post. It's not that difficult. It goes back to Olise. Olise looking to go down the line. Goes inside to Doué. Doué, brilliant move by Doué. Try to beat this man. He got the ball back. Trying to go back to 3-man. Try with Olise. Olise to Luka Dean with a chance to go far post. He does. Right to the keeper. Poor cross. Spain has a chance to break out. Trying to go to Yamal. And the keeper was, Yamal was the only one back there. There was no French defender. Here comes Olise. Go all the way across field. And look at Mbappe. Down the wing. And it's offside against Mbappe. Mbappe's been offside 3 or 4 times in the game. Not sure why. Here comes Spain again. Spain may score another goal. The way this is going. France look leggy, and Deschamps is not coaching. I have no idea what he's doing. You have to know when to pull the plug on certain things, people. Look at Spain there, had the ball. Dembele tired, Lisa tired. They're still on the field doing nothing. Here comes Spain. Bad foul by Kunde. Free kick to Spain. France need to make changes. If you're going to try to block the man, you got to be able to take the pain. It's hydration break. So if you just join us, we are observing, we are watching, we are partaking. This is a watch along. Spain versus France. And you've heard Cranky talk about Spain and their system for years. Those of you who follow my channel. And how the system is almost impregnable. How well the system does, how their youth team does, how their women teams do, how their men's team do. And you're seeing it again today. France, with all the individual talent, with their skills and technical ability, against a system team. Don't have a ton of stars in the team. Yeah, Rodri is Ballon d'Or winner. Yeah, Yamal is brilliant. But most of the other players are good players. I wouldn't call them brilliant players. They have no Pedri today. They have no Gavi today. And they're dominating, especially in the middle of the park. Because the game is played in the middle. You have to have midfielders. And I've said this already about Jamaica and the Caribbean. They have no midfielders of note. You can note in the history of those countries that plays for those countries. None. None of known renown. They have forwards who are quick. But in midfield, it's where the intellect comes out in football. It's where you have to have spatial awareness. It's where you have to be able to understand how to protect your defense and to commence the play. How to create space, how to read the game, how to get the ball between the line. And you see this in abundance with Spain today. It's a masterclass in how to manage a game. Yeah, France hasn't played smart because Turkey should be on the field. Look, you can't play enough building up 4 forward people and Spain got control of the midfield. You can't do that. You need to be able to control, match them in the midfield. England's going to be a better game than France because with Rice, Anderson, Billingham, it's much more even in the midfield. If you only have 2 midfielders and you have 4 forwards and they're not playing defense, you're going to struggle. Yeah. J. Russ, I'm not saying that. J. Russ. So Turkey coming on, the changes are too late. The changes are 10 minutes too late. Turkey coming on and Hernandez coming on for Luka D should have been taken off a long time ago. I don't talk about defenders that much, but Saliba coming out was not a good thing. But they scored before Saliba left the field. Turkey should come on long time for Olise or Dembele. That change was, and sometimes people talk about how these great coaches, you have to be, Tuchel, I must give I have no problem making changes. Tuchel change all 11 players if need be. The only person he doesn't change sometimes, who probably should change is Harry Kane, but he made changes, given facts and circumstances. Turkey should have been in the field a long time ago. You need some creativity. You need some control in the middle. It's crazy. So Olise and Luka Dean coming off. Olise should have come off the field 10 years ago. Yeah, they play no defense. And when you play against Spain, you got to play defense. That's poor managing, poor coaching, poor game management by Deschamps. Sorry. Olise should come off a long time. I know Olise is a brilliant player, but he's trying to force the ball between the lines. And what Spain has done in this game is close down those lines. So then you got to go wide. Take what the defense gives you. Don't force the game. 72nd minute in. Spain teaching France how to play football. Here comes France. Chouameni got fouled. Referee says no. Oh, he did say yes. Free kick to France. Look at Spain defense. Everybody in Spain playing defense. Everybody. Now the magician Turkey. Let's say we have enough time to work this because you'll see the magician people. He should have got much more game time. Spain defense, they're working so hard, like their life depends on it. France can't even pass the halfway line. And Rodri looks like he's back to his old self. Here comes Mbappé down the wing. He doesn't have a lot of help though. He goes wide to Doué. Doué trying to cross, but it's blocked. Controlled by Spain, plays out. Upamecano is one-on-one, almost turns it over. Yamal against Hernandez. France wins it back and then plays it out of bounds for a throw-in. That's Turkey. Bad touch by Turkey. France in trouble. Ferran Torres coming on for Spain. Oyarzabal is coming off. It's a good game. I think England can win this tournament if they play smart. Now, England's wing play has been atrocious. Whether it's Rashford or Gordon, please don't talk about Madueke. Spain's going to be tough, though. Oh, they're just so comfortable in tight spaces. I think people got to... Games like this, you got to show teams that are playing football about how you play as a team defensively and how you can control the game without being offensively potent. Spain have these all dirty yards too. They trip you, they foul you, they block you, and they do it cute. They even give you the space, and when you think the space is open, they close it down. Here comes Doué. He beats his man nicely, trying to beat another one, goes inside. Over the top to Mbappé, just way too far. Yeah, he's been all right, but he's not being... There's a difference between all right and good. He had a couple of assists in the previous game. And then in the last game, he had another assist to Bellingham, but none of them played really well. I'm not mad. I'm cheering for England in this. So I would prefer England to play Spain than France. I don't think England has the defense to play France. I think they can play against Spain because Spain doesn't have any offense to me. Their offense is a team offense. They'll walk you down and they'll play through the line, but I think England has a better chance against Spain than against France. Here comes France. It's Mbappé, and he's been tracked by Yamal, who did a brilliant job. It looked like he fouled him, though. Took him down, and Mbappé is down, and he's in pain. Even Yamal playing defense. Yamal doesn't really play a lot of defense today. Yamal playing defense today. No, Tuchel game management is exceptional. That should have been a yellow card on Yamal. That's a plain yellow card. Look at this, people. He jumped into him. He wasn't playing the ball at all. He took the man out. That's a clear yellow card. I don't know what these referees are watching sometimes. It's a clear yellow card. We only have 14 minutes remaining. We're in the 76th minute. Spain is leading France by not 1, 2 goals to 0. You look on the screen, 2 goals to 0. Free kick by France. Dembele, good free kick, headed out by Spain. Corner to France. Oh no, looks like it's France. Is that France? They called out France. I thought that was Rodri actually. Spain making 2 changes. Pedri coming in, and Pedri has started a lot of games. This coach is really interesting for Spain. They seem like they're all interchangeable. Pedri's a brilliant midfielder, and Merino coming in, who has scored in the last 2 games. Ruiz is off and Olmo is off. Olmo can't get in the Barcelona team over Pedri, yet Pedri plays over him for Spain. That's interesting. And Merino is in, who's been out most of the year for Arsenal with a knee injury. No, Spain has a vision and plan. I've read their strategic plan. It's a brilliant strategic plan. They really think through everything. I sent it to somebody at JFF. They told me they throw it in the garbage. And I say, you should throw yourself in the garbage. It's your garbage. Yeah, I gave it to somebody and they said they throw it in the garbage. Oh, it was almost 3. Wow, that was close. Bobby and the Torres, he should have scored that actually. Dr. Dan says tired. I hope England can win tomorrow. It was almost 3-0 to Spain. France has done nothing. They can't even keep the ball. They just turn it over. France has been poor. We only have 11 minutes remaining, and Spain has dominated. Dominated. It's not even been close. Look how Spain has space. Look at them have the ball now deep. They all this space to feel out. They always have somebody open. Rodri has been brilliant in this game, by the way. Really controlled the play. The team is beating the individual. That's why I see in this game. Spain just clogs the middle, people. You have to go to the middle to win, And when you go wide, they double team and triple team. France can't even get up the field. It's crazy. Here comes Doué. He plays the ball down the line. Cross in the box. Need to cut the ball back to penalty spot. Controlled by Spain. That was Hernandez going down the line. Not a good cross. They haven't stringed 5 passes in the game. You talk about this half. They haven't put 5 passes in the game. Throw into France when it's 79 minutes of what wasn't an entertaining game, wasn't a spectacle. France being taught how to play football by Spain. France, who came through this tournament, who has been dominant, who has been just beating teams, and who has the potent front four, has been totally negated by a well-oiled machine. Here comes France, Turkey. And Dembele turns it over as he's been doing it. How Dembele survived this game is beyond me. I know these players have played well for Deschamps, but some players got to go on the bench. They're playing horrible. Deschamps is going to go out as French coach losing again. Semifinal, last time he lost in the final. And Spain going to be in the World Cup final. And will be a favorite by quite a bit. I like Kone, actually. I could see him in Arsenal. I like him. He's a good player. He's a good player. But Arsenal has to build their team to beat PSG. That's what Arsenal has to do. He was probably on his Xbox or whatever video game he's normally on. So Mbappé now has a chance. Oh, the keeper came out. Doué has it. He's wide open. He has to shoot to the goal. Oh, that was poor. Poor by Doué. The keeper is out. The goal is open. France is not at the races today, people. Look at the keeper came out, hit the ball out. All Doué has to do is control the ball and put it over the top. Not even shoot. Play the ball in the middle of the park to the man who's running on goal. Must have been Dembele. And he tried to shoot from there. You never had a chance. Here comes Doué again. Going down the wing. Trying to beat 2 men. Out of bounds. Throw into France. Spain defense has been spectacular. Players down. Look like Porro is down, but that's his problem. Here comes Mbappé. Plays the ball out to Tchouaméni looking to shoot. It goes wide to Condé. Condé crosses it. Ball across the box. Here comes Upamecano. Plays it out to Fernandez. Out to Doué. Doué to Fernandez. Keeper is there, and the keeper is down. Got hit in the face. And Hernandez is saying, no, nothing happened to him. But he put his face there. The man couldn't do anything. He's down. He looks like he's hurt. He's rolling around. Simone looks hurt. France's passing has been way off. Let's see what happens. He went to get the ball. Keeper came. Actually, no, he did nothing. There should be a corner, actually. He did nothing. He kicked the ball onto the keeper. He got to the ball first. The keeper put his face there. Hey, should be a corner. He's not hurt. He's faking. Trust me. It wasn't that bad. It should be a corner. It's a clear corner. We only have 8 minutes remaining, plus extra time. And France look like they're going home. And Nico Williams coming on for Spain. I'm surprised Nico Williams didn't get more game time, but because they're trying to close out the game. Spain making 2 changes, actually. Spain looked like the fitter team, actually. So we see Porro coming off. He was down a while ago. It's not the same Porro who plays for Tottenham. Doesn't look like it. And Alex Baena coming off. Porro coming off. And Lorient and Williams coming on. Yep. France look horrible. They will never live this down. They're being touted as one of the best France team ever. They ain't even gotten to the final. They ran into a buzzsaw in Spain. Doué to Hernandez. Got fouled. Free kick to France. They still have 7 minutes to score 2 goals. That second goal they gave up was criminal. The ability to allow Spain to walk through defense like they did and have horror scoring was horrible. Look how Spain is pressuring people. And France are not moving. France not moving. Spain is pressuring and making sure there's no gap between the two lines of defense. And France is not moving to allow themselves to have a chance to go deep, to get behind them. Great play by Lacroix. Comes right outside to Hernandez. He makes a wild pass inside. Ball played out to Cherokee. Cherokee coming forward. There's no room, people. The defense is suffocating. And led by Rodri. Now we have Merino. Ball played down the line to Dembele. Good turn by Dembele. Got pulled down. It should be a foul against Spain, actually. Rodri does these foul people when he gets away, but he doesn't get yellow card. He trips you, he blocks you, and then he complains about getting hit. Nah, the French team has been poor. Horrible. Ball, and even the crossing is horrible. They can't even get the ball above the first line of defense. Spain has energy to play 2 games. Spain has been organized. Okay. Uh-oh. Yellow card to Mbappé. I'm not sure what he did to the keeper. Keeper is down. He's been faking all game, though. He needs to stop. You're winning the game. Just play. He barely got touched, and he's going to act as if he's dying. Oh, he fell down, and that drama is not needed. Drama not needed. So if you just join us, we are watching the first semifinal of the World Cup between France and Spain. Spain has school on Tuesdays, it appears, because they're teaching France how to play football. And France may not be learning because they have not changed between the two halves. They've been poor. They came in the game very confident, and they have been awful. Didn't help that they lose. So France has been playing their regular game. Spain had a good strategy, stepped up their game, and France hasn't changed. Same old, same old. Look at Spain. Look at Williams tracking down Kunde. Outside to Dembele, inside to Cherokee. Cherokee coming forward. Dispossessed ball picked up by Dembele, plays it wide to Doué trying to come forward. Has Mbappé wide. And he turns it over. Foul on the edge of the box. Free kick to France. And look, that's Yamal coming back to tackle. All the Spain player playing defense. All of them. Mbappé planned to take the kick. Ain't gonna help him. They're going home. Gotta be one of the most disappointing World Cup for a team that played so well through the tournament and just got outplayed by a better team. Let's see what happens on this free kick by Mbappé. Way over the bar. Just like how they played all game. They have been beyond awful. Beyond awful. That wasn't even close. Mbappé has not been good either. He's been offside a few times. He's not been good. That's the entire French team. They got taught of football unless by Spain. Spain has given up 1 goal in the entire tournament, people. 1 goal. It shows you how good their defense has been. Here comes Yamal. Yeah, pushed out of bound by Hernandez. Free kick. Yep, that's defense. Yamal is out. Like he got hurt. But that's good defending. Man against a boy. And the man decided to show him how it works. Yep, he pushed him, but it won't be a foul. Got to be stronger, Yamal. Here comes France again, but they're going as they pass halfway line. Look at the defense of Spain, people. They're very aggressive. They're very aggressive. Here comes France. Kone. Akunde goes back to Upamecano. Goes to Chouameni. That defense is suffocating. Kone to Cherky to brilliant play by France. Inside the box to good defense by Cucurella. They were able to walk through the Spain defense, but Cucurella's there to clean up, played out for a corner. Here comes Doué in the box. Back to Dembele for a post. Head out by Spain. Ball played wide to Koundé. He needs to drop it in the box. He goes to Mbappé. Mbappé down the line, crosses, headed out by Spain to Kone. Kone controls. And you're going to go to Hernandez. Should play go for a post. He decided to go to Cherky. Cherky looking to shoot. Goes wide. Spain clogs the middle. Ball cross. Very good cross. Nobody on the end of it. We have 6 minutes remaining. 6.5 minutes. Spain will go on to the final to play against the winner of the England-Argentina game. Spain was ready for this. They were in the underdogs. They were given not much chance by a lot of people. They have been so much the better team. So much a better team. It shows you people, you control the middle of the park, you can control the game. Always remember that. The middle is your belly. If your belly is full, you're all right. And Spain's belly was full. Here comes Yamal, inside to Rodri. I'm sorry, not Rodri. Pedri, back to Yamal. The ball goes all the way back to Cabarsi. Gonna go back to his goalkeeper. And France is chasing ghosts. And then Laporte trying to go along, trying to find Williams. Here comes Williams. Plays it wide. That Merino goes inside to Rodri, who doesn't. I don't think Rodri has made a bad pass the entire game. He's controlled the game. Rodri has controlled this game, people. If you want to see how to play CDM, look at Rodri. And here was Yamal trying to beat Hernandez. But Hernandez has played him really well. Better than Luka Dean, actually. Good play by Lacroix, trying to create space for himself. Chouameni coming forward. Played up wide to Koundé. Koundé go over the top, trying to find Mbappé. Controls it, and he has 3 men on him. And he got dispossessed. Oh, was the offside? Oh, got dispossessed. Here comes Spain again. But when Mbappé goes long, there's no support for him. You don't see a Spain player going without any support. Unless it's Yamal dribbling. Spain just run the clock down. It's 93rd minute. Spain 2, France 0. Referee calling a foul. I'm not sure what the referee is doing. See a lot of Spain ex-players in the stands. See Ramos, Iniesta. I'm not sure who the other former player was. Spain has been dominant. And France looked tired and out of it. Yeah, no, they have France's number. Very obvious. And they've kept the number. They have it and they've kept it. And they're not giving it back. We only have 4 minutes remaining, and France has not. The keeper for France has not really made it. But Spain has really not made a save, actually, in this game. Here comes Williams. Williams against Upamecano. He's coming forward. It may be 3. If he goes on the line, he does and shoots out of bounds, corner to Spain. This is going to be games. Oh, it's out of bounds. It didn't. I thought it was a corner, but keeper didn't save it. It decided nothing. Here comes France again. Yeah, I've only have 3 minutes to score 2 goals. That's not happening. Ball thrown to Turkey. Mbappé, sorry. Mbappé goes wide to Turkey. Turkey has Dembele wide. Dembele cross shoots. First save by the keeper, really. France has been making poor decisions even when they have opportunities. He went inside. He had if he chops him inside and chops him again another time, Cucurella is lying on his butt. Now, Spain, people keep saying Spain is going to win it all. Are we saying England or Argentina has no chance? Is that what we're saying? Is that what we're saying? Are we saying that England or Argentina has no chance? Spain has if you're Tuchel, you'll have a plan for them. Don't let them control the midfield. In fact, if France was smart, I believe in playing what we call a box and one. You're playing against Rodri, you're playing against Messi, you have a man on them at all times. So, for example, against Spain, put Bellingham on Rodri. He's going to need Bellingham offensively, but put Bellingham on Rodri. Rodri controls the game. I'm telling you, controls it. Everything starts with him. Doesn't really end with him, but it starts with him. Yamal coming forward. Easily goes by. Doué turns it over, throw into Spain. I think England has a chance to win the tournament. They must be smiling, thinking that because France was what they feared more than anything else. Now you should fear Spain because that system is something else. Here comes Yamal. Yamal is fouled. Referee says no. And here comes France. Turkey to Kone. Back to Doué. France doesn't even look like scoring. This is how bad it has been. They don't look like scoring. Then Dembele against Cucurella. Has him one-on-one. Comes inside. Shoots. Saved by the keeper. Here's Koundé. Plays it out to Kone. Kone to Doué. Doué back to Mbappé. Shoots. Over the bar. That should be it. Maybe the last kick of the game. Mbappé, go home. Olise, go home. Deschamps had a horrible game. I give him a 2. I give him a 2 for game management. By the way, people, if you've just joined us and you haven't hit the like button, please do so. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. I am back tomorrow again. 2:40, England, Argentina, Falkland Islands War. 86 Maradona handball, ball of God handball, whatever you want to call it. 98 with Beckham and what's the coach for Atletico Madrid? That red card. So a lot of history between England and Argentina. Game is over. Mbappé goes home. Spain with the epitome of game strategy, game management, game execution. It shows you something. You control the middle of the park, you can control the game, people. If you control the middle of the park, because you got to go through it to score, and you got to go through it to score on both ends, you can win the game. Rodri was exceptional. Dani Olmo was very good. Fabian Ruiz was very good. Spain used 4 midfielders, They even had no forwards on the field. Oyarzabal and Yamal were the only ones. They had 4 midfielders there, and they controlled the game. They didn't give much to France. France could make a pass. The defense was exceptional. France was poor all across the park. And it showed. The better team won today by a country mile. It wasn't even close. If you look at these teams and all the stars for PSG who wins the UEFA Champions League and the people like Olise, awful. Dembele, awful. 2 worst players on the pitch. 2 worst players on the pitch. And how they survive halftime is beyond me. When you have so much quality on the bench. Poor game management by Deschamps. I know they brought him here, and he know he expected to do something, but he did nothing. Dembele was beyond bad. Doe came on, didn't do much. Bartolo didn't do much. Give credit to Spain. We can criticize France all we want, but it's a team with a system, a FA, a players, and a process that works. And I keep telling the JFF this. Go to Spain. I tell people like Rudolph Speed this. You see me arguing on YouTube. Go learn how to play football in a team system environment. We don't need individual skill or individual speed and that DNA you keep talking about. You need to learn how to play the game, control the ball. And this will show you where possession can help you win football game, but not only possession. I think their defense was the most important thing in today's game. People may talk about the goal they scored, the possession they had in midfield. Their defense was stellar. They closed on all the angles, all the gaps. They negated all this offensive firepower. They gave them no room to maneuver. They were fit. They were focused. They were robust. They were tricky. They were smart. And the outcome was they're in the final. Now, I say this. Tomorrow's game may not have the same cachet as this game, but it's going to be two good teams. To me, Argentina hasn't played well in this tournament. I'm surprised they've gotten to this level. And England hasn't played well either. So two teams who haven't played well on the other side of the draw. This was the toughest side of the draw. And Spain beat England in the Euro last year. So we'll see what happens in this game if England gets to the final. But I think England can beat them. Between Bellingham and Kane, and England is not a individual team, even though Kane and Bellingham's good on the scoring. They need their wingers to step up. Their midfield is decent. England's midfield is decent. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, Spain is showing you that being technical and using this cranium, this brain to do things in life is the most important thing. Spain beat and teach, yes. Rodri wasn't solid. Rodri was exceptional. What do you mean solid, Alcova? Which game are you watching? We're gonna say Rodri was solid? He controlled the entire game. Defensively and offensively, everything went through him. You know what? I should pull up. Do I have Rodri stats? I can't go into that now. I have to run. But let me say this, people, before I go. A lot of times I come on this channel and I talk about some of these sports, and I believe that life and sports are not mutually exclusive. They're interconnected. And, I used to work in an organization where the person would say, even if you're not an expert in a given discipline, they'll put somebody smart in that role, and they'll figure it out. So I can tell you this. I can put somebody in my old company to run Jamaica football. I know nothing about football. I know do better than the JFF. This is not about denigrating the JFF or anything. It's basically saying smart people figure it out. The first thing they'll do is surround themselves with people who have the know-how. Right? Know-how. And here's what you need to do also. If you think about football for Jamaica. JFF, here's my suggestion to you. Get a consultant, probably from Spain. Get a consultant, have them come in and assess the entirety of the organization from top to bottom. Everybody, president, board, vice president, GenSec, the media, the traffic man, whatever you have in your organization, assess everybody and give you a template as to what good looks like about who should sit in what role. In any organization, in any country, any sport, you should do that. Get some consultant. They're going to cost some money, but get the ones who are expert and who have been there, done it, and have known to provide quality. And also, another thing you should do, leverage your global portfolio and your global attributes in terms of if you have people outside Jamaica who can help the organization, JFF, go find them and leverage them. Everybody's using their global team, even Spain. Yamal was born in Spain, but his ancestry in Spanish. Right? Laporte was born in France, but I guess he had some Spanish ancestry. Leverage your global resources to enable you to do well in whatever discipline you're doing, inclusive of your football team. And I'm tired of coming on here and preaching to Jamaica about what they should be doing, and none of them think they know what they're doing, and we're going around the same cycle. The next World Cup in 2030 is supposed to be 64 teams, and it probably will be, because if Infantino want to keep his job, he can't depend on Europe to put him in play because they'll get rid of him. He's got to get the rest of the world to put him in play. 64 teams more opportunities for CONCACAF to have more seats than the 6 they have this World Cup. But Jamaica still may not make it with 64 teams. They need like 160 teams for Jamaica to get the World Cup, given the organization we have running the football. Anyway, people, thanks for being here. I appreciate you being here. Some of you are probably at work, getting a little peek into football. Join me tomorrow, 2:40 or maybe 2:30, for another watch along. Argentina, who I want to lose at everything, against England. I'm carrying England for the World Cup. I'm carrying England against Argentina. I carry Argentina not for water, not for anything. I hope they lose badly. I was hoping Egypt beat them, but that didn't happen. But England play Argentina, and the winner plays Spain on Sunday, and the loser play the third place game, which nobody cares about. So join me tomorrow. Thanks for being here. Before you leave, hit the like button. If you have not subscribed, please do so, and I'll see you tomorrow. Sending England home? Yeah, they're going to go home after they win the World Cup. Have a good evening, people. See you when I see you. Peace out. Bye for now.